So, Matthew, we had a question that came in on Ask Teepa Anything that we didn't really get to because it was a busy, busy Wednesday night. We went through, I felt like a lot of questions. And then at the end, Rachel said, and we still have 6 to 8 more questions. Like, what? But sort of like, and it's overwhelming. So there's a lot of questions flying around. And so we thought we would take one of those questions and try it out this morning, see if we can come up with anything that might be helpful to both the person who asked the question, but also to other people. So Matthew, go ahead and give us the setup on this one.
Yeah, so Teepa, this particular person was recognizing how we've talked a lot about when folks want to leave, they want to go home. Some things
they want to go out.
Some things
they want to go see the doctor. I need to go see my daughter. I need to go see the doctors. I need to go home. I need to get out of here. I need something. I need something for pain. I'm hurting. So people who have those kind of expressed desires and needs, we have talked about those folks. So now this one, though, is different.
Yeah, and this one, it's what do you do when your loved one who's living with dementia doesn't want to go anywhere at all, doesn't want to see the doctor, doesn't want to go see family, just wants to stay put and not do anything different than just what they're doing.
And so, of course, my next question, so tell me what it is they are doing in this place that they are. What are they doing? And the other thing I think that you mentioned when we were talking a little bit earlier was they also don't want to take medication. They're refusing their medications. And they also made a statement about their age, something about their age. What was the statement they made?
Yeah, so when they when the loved one tries to give them their medicine, they say, I'm too young for that crap. I don't need that.
Okay. So they don't feel like they need a medication. They don't feel like there's something wrong with them. They're not wanting to be anywhere else or with anyone else. So a couple of questions would be, do they enjoy being with the family member who's providing the support and care? Do they like them a lot? Do they show evidence of liking them a lot? Do they like to talk to them, be with them, engage with them, or not? Because that tells me something about, I'm satisfied with this relationship. I don't want us to have other people in this relationship, which is a very different phenomena than I don't want anybody in my world. I do not want anyone at all in my world. I want to be in a world all by myself. Those are 2 different categories for people. And it's really important that I know what I'm talking about here because, depending on which it is, they don't like anybody. They don't want anybody. That's a different person than someone who is very satisfied with the one relationship they have, and they don't want another relationship. This is the only relationship I'm very satisfied with this environment. I don't want any other environment. I like this environment exactly the way it is because it's exactly the way I like it. I like the sensory environment. I like the social environment. I like the surfaces that I'm on. I like the space that I have. I don't want anything else. I am very satisfied. So I'm getting my needs met here. Versus, I don't like this place either, but at least it's better than, so nothing is right. I don't like anything. I have nothing that I like, which means we have apathy, which is very different than I am just simply satisfied with where I'm at. Now, if I have no ability to see forward, to sequence forward, to think forward, then being satisfied in the now, I don't need anything else. Why would I do something else? Why would I want to go anywhere else? So that's a very different situation. I am satisfied now here with you. And so nothing else has that. I don't want to I don't want to change anything because I'm okay with where I'm at. Now, the bad news is I will be okay there until I'm not okay there. The problem you've got is it sounds as though I don't have self-awareness in that situation, which means I will not be able to recognize when it's not working anymore. And the thing I can't recognize for sure in this situation is your perspective and point of view. I can't pick it up. I don't value it. I don't get it. So then it becomes vitally important that you understand mine and that, so you're not wanting to see the doctor. So Was it something that happened last time we went, or something that you have concerns that the person is going to say or do? I'm curious, why not go see the doctor? Because we've done it before. I'm really curious what's different this time.
Well, I don't want to go see the doctor because he's just going to tell me that I'm dying, and I don't want to hear any of that crap.
Oh, okay. So is that what happened last time? I don't remember that.
Well, I just know he's going to give me bad news, and he's going to tell me that I'm dying, and I don't need to
So,
hear that.
okay. So going somewhere and getting bad news, there's no value in going somewhere and getting bad news. Yeah.
No.
So it sounds like going to see the doctor, because you're really convinced that what's going to happen, he's going to give you some bad news.
Yeah, I just
So
know.
tell me, so Mom, Dad, I'm real curious about this bad news business. What makes you think it's going to be bad news?
Because that's all those doctors do. It's all they do is tell you
Huh,
bad stuff, and it just
huh.
works. No point to go
Okay.
see.
So the medicine that he tried to get you to take the last time, is that part of, are you thinking that medicine is going to make you die sooner or something else?
Well, I'm too young for that stuff. I don't need all that stuff. That stuff's for other
So
people.
you're not much for Medicaid. You've never enjoyed taking medicines, and you're not about to start now.
No, I don't need that stuff. No,
You're not wanting that.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. So Dad, how are you feeling about, your energy? Does it feel like you like it, or sort of in the middle, or not feeling the energy you used to have? Because, I remember you being more active out in the yard, and I just don't see you going out in the yard very much anymore.
I mean, my energy's fine. I just don't need to do anything with that right now. That just doesn't need to happen.
So it doesn't need to happen. Wow. Well, I don't know the grass would agree with you, Dad, because that grass out there is looking pretty bad, because you're the one that mows that grass, and it's not getting mowed. I haven't taken it up. It's a mess out there.
Well, I mean,
And you've always been the one to do it. You know me, I'm not much on that thing that you do with the grass. You're always worried about straight lines and all, and it's not my thing.
well, I'll get to it. I'll tend to it when I yeah.
Okay, well, would you be willing to do me a big favor? Now, I don't want you don't have to mow the grass, but I need some help.
I mean, I guess I can help you if you're needing something.
Okay, if you sit on the front porch, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna line it up the way I think it should go, and I could use your help figuring out whether or not what I'm doing is how you would do it or not, because it's getting to where it needs help. And I get that you don't want to do it, but I can't do it without some guidance, because I know I'll do a crappy job. I just know I will.
Well, you got to make sure and put the bagger thing on there to catch it too, so it doesn't put all the stuff on there.
The bagger thing.
Yeah, to catch the grass that's coming from the mow.
Well, you may have to show me where that, I don't even know what that is. How does it, I don't even know how it hooks on.
Well, I mean, I guess I can show you, but
Well, if you could show me how it gets hooked on, and you'll have to show me where it is. I don't even know. It's in the garage. It's in the thing with the mower.
yeah, it's right there next to the mower. It should be right
Well,
there.
you're going to have to show me where it is, because I don't know that I've ever noticed it. Come on, let's get that done at least. Okay, so I'm going to pause. Where did we go with that, Matthew?
Yeah, so you were able to bring me from a place of not wanting to go anywhere, not wanting to do anything, really just wanting to stay put, to now bringing me into a situation where I know something about it. And from the way we went, it's something I always took pride in, something that I really paid a lot of attention to, and that was my thing. And so now I have an opportunity to go and do that, but I'm still getting some support. It's not necessarily that you're saying, Dad, you need to go do it. It's, why don't we go take a look at this? How about we try this? Or could you help me and show me? And so it's not telling me I have to go do something, but I'm being a part of this particular situation.
And what if Dad said to me, boy, you are so stupid. You're freaking stupid. You don't know what the shredder look, or you don't know what the catcher looks like. And I'll just say, no, I never paid that much attention to it. You were always in charge of it, I'll be honest. So I've got to be willing to eat some humble pie, I guess it's called, and be talked at in sort of a mean way, because what is it that Dad is seeking so much? What is he craving? What's his need? to be in
And to be in control or to be in
control of something. So if I say you need to go to the doctor, the way he's in control is I'm not going to the doctor. If I say you need to take your medication, the way he's in control is I'm not taking my medication. Who's in control? He is. I can't. This is this battle. Do I, you aren't too young. I mean, all it is an argument. And if the person is satisfied with how things are, then I'm actually creating that tension, that dynamic that's making him put the fence up, put the wall up, make it even harder for us to do anything. So do this with your fingers. I decided, okay, let's take a tiny baby bite. I'm going to try a tiny baby bite. If I can get him out of that chair and out of this room, that's a win. That's a win. If he is out of the chair and out of the room, that's a win, period. That's it. So I'm trying to get him to see something a little differently. Now, what I went for was the yard work. What I'm willing to do is just have him on the porch making eye contact. And then he brought up the bagger thing, and it was like, okay, well, that's an opportunity, because now where am I going to get him to maybe go?
Get into that garage and start looking.
Get into the garage, and then I have him closer to the mower, and then I try to do it, and I say, here, hold this up then. Do I put it in here? And then he's suddenly starting to do something. And then I say, okay, now, this is gas, right? Now, where's the gas? And so these, again, it's starting baby steps. Are we to the doctor yet? No. Why doesn't he want to go to the doctor? Who took control when he went to the doctor? The doctor.
Yeah.
If we don't work on him feeling in control, is this going to improve? No. What I will tell you is this is not the same scenario I would lay out for somebody who's totally apathetic, that doesn't like anything, that's not getting their needs met, but they just hate everything. Nothing's good. Nothing's worth it. Nothing. That person is a different person. So the very first thing I've got to figure out is, do I have somebody who's satisfied and feel in control by saying no? That's very satisfying, as opposed to nothing is really satisfying me. I just don't see a point to keeping up with this crap. I just wish this was over. That's a different person, and that's going to require a different intervention. So I'm going to pause here because I think this was enough of a bite. I'm curious, Matthew, what's your takeaway?
Yeah,
on this question that got asked.
So looking at what we tried there and being able to see that the place I was coming from was the place of control. I'm seeking control, and the way I have control is by saying no. And how important it is to be aware of that in the beginning, not being so focused on, okay, I need to get dad out of the chair, I need to get him doing something, knowing that might be the end goal, that you're wanting to do that, but being aware enough that you're seeking out, okay, what is it about the situation
what does
that
need?
he's needing or he's missing or he's wanting? And so recognizing that piece of, well, this could be the control piece, and then finding that thing that he's always had control of, or that he prides himself on that control of, and then getting him into that. And also being flexible enough too, because you're right. I could totally say, well, I mean, weren't you paying attention? You gotta be, I always thought you were one of my dumber kids. I mean,
I know. I just, you're right, Dad. And I hear your words. It's a bagger thing, but I'm just going to be honest with you. I know where the paper bags is. Is that what you're talking about? I have to pick up the grass clippings and put them in the bag.
Yeah. So that piece there, that my responses or reactions to that could be, ooh, really sharp. And
Yep.
and knowing to be able to take that deep breath and take it as it comes, because so many times I have seen family members jump right back. Well, Dad, I mean, there's a million bags in the garage. I mean, come on, you try.
You're the one that never let anybody but you do the yard. I mean, I volunteered how many times, and you would never tell me how to do it. Do you remember that? I mean, that's really hard not to want to, in that moment, bring the whole crowd. Because somebody who's always liked to be in control, guess what? That's a lifetime pattern. That is not something brand new you're dealing with. And so you got to watch for those old wounds to open up and like, ooh, yeah. But this is really different than somebody who's apathetic. And I'll say that again because it is really important. We know that what we've got is somebody who's simply trying to get back in control because they're scared. Yeah, they'll sound angry, but they're scared because they don't want to die. They're too young. They don't understand why they're having to take these meds. They don't understand what the doctor said. They don't want to go see somebody they don't know who's going to tell them stuff they are scared about. They don't want to leave. What's the family good? They're going to notice. So this is someone who more than likely, even though they are not self-aware enough to notice what they're doing is risky or even dangerous, what they are aware of is I'm changing and I don't want to get caught. So why did I pick something that he'd done really well for a really long time? Because there's synapses that are still going to be probably firing. And I have a better chance of getting those synapses to help his brain start to notice things he is good at, he is in charge of, he does have competence at. So his primitive reticular activating system, his primitive brain starts to see light at the end of the tunnel rather than a huge black hole. I don't know. It's the only way to get started. People who are apathetic, ooh, we need to have a separate conversation on that. So let's see if this answers the question that our viewer had. If not, let us know if what you have is somebody with total nothing, and I don't need anything, and I just want this to be over. That's a very different scenario. Either we got a lot of depression or we have a lot of apathy. So till next time, or maybe the only thing that somebody needs. But that was my effort. Matthew, thank you. All right, everybody, till next time, take care with care. And if we didn't get to the part you need, let us know. It's how we modify our behavior to meet your needs. So, bye, everyone.
Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching. And if you liked, if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out. And you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.